There you go. So my name
What
is.
is this?
Oh, that's just my phone case.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Now,
my name is.
What is the first question?
Let me just introduce myself first. My name is Patrick Castaneda. I'm from the Philippines, and I would just like to interview you regarding the World War II experiences you have. So could you introduce yourself first? Get a name for.
You wrote it down the question?
No. Just this is the information I have. The questions I have. So can I get a name for you? Just for the sake of the.
You write
video?
it down the questions. One.
Okay.
Simple.
So what's your name and where?
I think I told your name.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Just
okay.
needed to,
My
yeah.
name is Maruyama Yoshio.
Okay.
That's a Japanese way of saying it.
Mariam. Yes. Okay.
And Yoshio is the first name.
Okay.
But we call it Maruyama Yoshio. Very seldom people call Yoshio.
Oh, so it's
Always
Mr.
Maruyama.
Yeah. So I have a few experiences with Japanese because I learned a few. I took a few courses in my high school, so I knew a few language barriers
Yeah,
they have experienced.
you speak slowly because I have hearing loss.
Oh, okay, no problem. So, which province in the Japan were you born?
Province?
Yeah.
We don't call it the province.
Okay,
We
district.
call Ken.
Ken. Okay.
I was born, I think I told you, 180. Gonda. 180 Gonda Kuratamura. You can read mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kuratamura, Gunma Gun, Gunma Ken, in Japan.
So, do you have any childhood memories over there, like on that district, in that street?
Oh, I was a mountain boy.
Oh, man. Okay.
I worked in when I was a kid, about less than your age, I worked in a farm, rice paddy, planting and harvesting. The reason is my mother sent me to the farm, many farmers to help. I was 11, 10. At the age of 7, I was holding the horse till the rice paddy.
Until you were 11.
I was working boy.
Oh, okay, I see.
I never allowed to study after work, after school. I was the winter. I was collecting the firewood.
Firewood.
During the summer and the autumn, I was sent to the farmers
Yeah.
to help them. That was my boyhood.
That was your.
Nothing but work.
Nothing but work. Yeah. So you mentioned the Bon Festival. So could you tell me a little bit about that?
Huh?
The Bon Festival, the Buddhist festival.
Oh, Buddhist festival
Yeah.
is actually the April 8th, normally 8th, it's the birth of the Shakyamuni, that is the Buddha. And we used to go to temple and get to the sweet tea. That was our desire. Then August 12 to 14, usually 12 to 13, 2 days and maybe 3 days. A Bon festival. That the Bon is a Sanskrit word, Buddhas. And we invite the ancestors
Okay.
to come to visit with us.
Oh.
So we usually celebrate the ancestral visits. That means that we ask them to come down, pray with a prayer, and we celebrate the Buddhistic festival. We call it the Bon.
Bon Festival. Okay. So shifting on, as you grew up, Do you have any memories regarding World War II?
Huh?
Do you have any memories regarding World War II?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
They
How old were you when it
I was
happened?
12.
Oh, you were 12.
11, 12.
11, 12.
And barely 13, war was over. I saw the B-29 flying from Saipan
Uh-huh.
to Tokyo, right to Tokyo.
Oh, really?
And then our mountain is the target to turn around.
Oh.
They could fly to the place at the target mountain and go. Then they dump all the anything that to make the airplane light. So they dump the incendiary and other equipment.
Oh, I see. So you were close to the.
We enjoy watching B-29. And the airplane, American, Japanese, the fighter plane goes up, didn't reach, come down. That's what I know when I was a kid. Our mountain is a turning point for the.
It was like a mark,
Yeah.
landmark, yeah. Yeah. So, and then do you remember anything about Nagasaki and Hiroshima? When
No, I don't know.
No, you know. How far were you?
Because very far.
Very far?
Yeah, very far. I have no idea, only the newspaper.
Newspaper?
Yeah.
Do you remember like what you were doing back then when it happened?
Oh, I was in
Working again with the rice
working in
paddy?
the
yeah?
mountains. So.
Oh, really?
But my parents are always mobilized during the night
Oh,
to how to defend airplane if it came down and the American pilots were alive. How to kill them?
oh,
Yeah,
so they were
with the
on-
bamboos,
Oh,
bamboo
with-
spear.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they were trained. I was a kid, you know.
They were good. So when your parents was like, they were training for how to.
Yeah, they were mobilized, neighborhood mobilized, how to defend when the American soldier shot down or they came down by parachute.
Like, oh, by parachute. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy behavior.
Yeah,
but
it's a-
that's the way I remember. Rest of them, yeah, I caught a fish in the river. I swam in the river. But most of the time, mountain boys are working in the mountain, collecting firewood, or they helping the neighborhood farmers. My place is very poor. We never owned a house, nor land, but always my mother sent me to help the people.
So since you're a boy, so I'm guessing you have a sister. How many siblings do you have?
Huh?
How many siblings do you have?
I have the eldest one
Eldest?
was when I was born, he was orphan.
Uh-huh.
And the second one was my half brother.
Okay.
I have my sister, but all perished. Parents died. I'm the only one. So I'm an orphan.
So your sister, when you were out collecting wood, what were they doing at home?
How to collect?
No, your sisters? Your
Sister.
because they were
Sister is staying home.
home.
Women does what the sister have to work because my house was running so-called sari-sari type of the store in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Sold everything. And my sister was helping, but my sister was learning how to make a Japanese dressing in the small kind of the class that the neighborhood offers.
Like yukatas and
I
stuff?
am not interested in my sister. What she will do.
Yeah. So were you alone on well, at the time, or were you with your half brother?
Huh?
Were you with your half brother most of the time?
No, I don't know them much. But my half brother was brighter than I was, and he was a poet,
Oh.
Japanese classical poet, nationally known.
Oh really?
Yeah, rather popular one. But he died.
Oh.
I don't have any because they are very old
Yeah.
when I was born. So I was the only boy among the three siblings that I had raised by both parents.
I see. So may I ask, what are your thoughts on the incident? What are
Huh?
your thoughts on World War II when it happened? Like,
Well,
what do you think?
When how old are you?
19.
19.
Yes.
I was when the war was over. It's almost 13, but I had a dream. I like to be the kamikaze pilot.
Oh really?
Yeah, everybody thought that's romantic, but brainwashed, you call it. The national policy to brainwash the kids.
Uh-huh.
So everybody aspired, oh, I like to be the kamikaze pilot,
Yeah.
die.
And die for the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We call it special regiment.
Regiment. Oh.
But it's a kamikaze group. Kamikaze. It's 13th century.
30.
The Mongol came to colonize our country. And then they perished because of the typhoon.
Oh.
And the second one came. That time, there about 70,000 died. The second wave came about 80 or 70, almost 100 years later. Again met the typhoon.
Oh.
So we believe that was God's wind
Oh.
to help the nation.
I, so you named them kamikaze.
Huh?
You named it after that. Kamikaze.
Yeah. That was the 12th to 13th century, somewhere.
So, on the aftermath of war, what were you doing after the war? Did
After
you go
the
back
war,
to your
I
regular?
was sent to the public agricultural experimentation stations as a farm boy. I took care of the horses.
Oh, the what? The hostage?
Horses. Or the horses.
Horses.
Oh, horses. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I did. Then people found, you better go to the agriculture school.
Oh.
So I went there. I worked in the agriculture school. It's a high school, but Saturday, Sunday I worked to survive. My parents gave me the rice. That's about.
Oh.
You people are lucky that you was clinging to mommy and papa.
Yeah.
I was not. But I was graduate from high school top.
So like, how many years did you stay in that agriculture experiment?
It's 4 years because
4 years?
I did not finish the junior high.
Oh.
So they told me you gotta finish junior high,
Junior, yeah.
the senior high.
So after that, you met the professor.
No, after finishing high school, I had a dream. I could be a millionaire.
Oh, really?
So went to Tokyo,
Oh, you went to Tokyo. Okay.
and I joined the, you might call it, petite, small mafia type of the Yakuza. Yakuza,
Yakuza, yeah.
just mafia. And there I worked for 2 years
2 years.
as a special boy, carrying the money and observing the workers, other people. I was trained, but I decided quit
Good, yeah.
and went to college. But I saved the money. But the college gave me a scholarship.
College gave you.
Yeah.
What kind of scholarship?
Then the professor impressed my mountain traditions, very hardworking, and also
Yeah.
doesn't cheat people.
Oh.
I did not cheat people. So professor said, "Oh, why not to study more?" So they gave me the money and scholarship, 2 professors. And they get to my visa without any deposit of money.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how did you-
Yeah, you have to. I don't have money, so they said we took me to the embassy. Embassy said, you cannot send a boy without depositing the guarantee that in case of he's in trouble, that has the money enough to come back.
Yeah.
He said, the embassy was telling my professor said, well, you never know.
Yeah.
That when you go there, you can get the money and work and get the money and come back. But then he said, he may continue to study. You never know. So embassy was very happy in the sense, well, you people guaranteed the boy will be okay.
Oh.
So I came.
So when you arrived to the States, did you have any problems?
Oh yeah,
Adjusting?
I have to survive for learning English.
Where did you land first?
English.
Oh, okay.
I don't speak English.
So where did you land first in the States? Boston. Where did you first arrive?
First, I got the Bachelor of Theology.
Oh, okay.
Second, I got the Master of Social Work.
Okay.
That is practically I was the top in the class, graduating top in the Master of Social. Then, Master of Theology, I went back and Boston University. Master of Theology is a nominal. If you surprise the professors, he said that you can go into the PhD program, Doctor of Theology, Philosophy program. And I surprised 3 professors. I was top. So I got
PhD program.
doctoral program. Then I got fellowship. Fellowship is I might to say, Paul E. Johnson, teaching fellow in pastoral psychology. I taught seminarians for a while. Then I got a fellowship also. Albert B. Danielson, counseling fellow in counseling center. I was trained for 3 years as a counselor. And then I wrote the dissertations. So I have lots of the training program after the coursework. And I wrote dissertations among the delinquent kids
Yeah.
about your age,
Oh, really?
tougher than you are, about that side. And I was supervisor of in the facility where emotionally disturbed youth. I had a supervisor of the 35 counselors. They were all, most of them Marine Corps counselors. It's not a counselor. It's this. Yeah, I was teaching them how not to get hurt.
Oh.
I was a tough. Then I was trained, then I became a missionary. How to become missionary was the Asian boy must serve somewhere in Asia.
Oh.
So I taught in divinity school, Siriman University, the Philippines. You know the Dumaguete City. Then I am retired.
Oh. So,
I'm almost 87.
87? When's your birthday?
1/26/32,
1/26. So January 26?
1932,
Oh.
January. So next year,
Oh,
next month.
Yeah, next
I'll
month.
be
Yeah.
87.
Next month.
87.
Ooh.
I'm 80, going 82.
82?
Yeah, 82.
People must tell that they were young.
I'm
How old are you?
I'm 57.
You see, I'm the oldest one in this church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this church, I'm the oldest one.
Oh, really?
You better struggle to get a PhD.
I will, yeah. I'm barely struggling on getting my bachelor's.
Masters are easy.
That's right.
Yeah. For Masters in Social Work, I took a 20 units
20 units.
to finish up the one year and 4 months.
1 year, 4 months? Oh,
that's quick.
that's quick, yeah, for a master's.
Master is, after getting a PhD,
Yeah.
master is nothing,
Oh.
easy. But when it comes to PhD, the most difficult thing in a PhD is language qualification. You have to take 3 languages.
3?
3?
In my case, only one.
One.
Part because they wanted me to learn German,
Ah,
German language. It's strangely, we applied, in my department, applied 6 for language qualification. I was the only one passed. The part of because I have already struggled to learn the English. So English and German is not much different. So you get the idea.
Yeah.
You don't understand, but when you read, you get the idea. So I was lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the most difficult thing. Second one, writing dissertations.
Oh.
Dissertations. Thank you. Now you get the idea. Yeah, I was a working student always my life. You don't depend on parents.
Don't depend on parents. Yeah. Yeah, very much, yeah.
Ano?
Well, I was being interviewed by this gentleman.
Okay.
Yeah.
For what? For your school?
Yeah, for class, yeah.
What subject?
History.
He is the son of the Castaneda. Joy.
Joy.
Yeah. Oh,
What else you have a question?
compared to Japan, how was there any differences in living here that you noticed?
I eat anything, but when I go back to Koshikana, I eat the Japanese food.
Oh.
The trouble in when I went home, trouble is I'm not really good about Japanese food in Japan. I prefer the
Rabbit.
coffee and
Coffee,
donuts.
coffee and donuts.
Well, the Japanese food I eat is my own make.
Ah,
And my own make is, you'll be surprised, it's a mountain food, very crude,
oh,
such as, semi-pancake
oh,
that I eat, and dumpling
dumpling, yeah.
without any meat,
Without,
just dumpling
just the,
with a miso paste.
oh. When was the last time you visited Japan?
2008, that's all I did.
2008?
10 years ago, I gave a speech at the 110 years anniversary of my high school, very old high school.
Oh. So how was the students there? Would you say compared to?
Our students, I was surprised. There's no much difference what I used to be 50 years ago. They line up and when I entered through the door, they stood up. And they told they bow down, and they bow down. And they stood without moving anything, just stood until someone said, sit down. I have to tell them, have a seat. They sat down. There was no talk, just listen. Some of them were sleeping, but never whispering. Just said, well-disciplined kids. Not American kids.
Yeah.
You are not whispering. I was impressed. Not much different from what I used to. And then, when I about to leave through the door, one boy, stand up, bow down. And after I left, they start.
Like the, yeah.
So it's a very well disciplined
Very well
at the time,
disciplined. At the time.
2008, still.
So as last thing I would like to do, could you give me any like words of encouragement as a student?
I don't have any contact with students, but if I made a contact, mentally retarded people.
No, I meant encouragement words.
You said word of encouragement. Like,
Well, mentally retarded person,
No, some advice.
the various,
Some advice for a student like me.
study hard,
Study
There
hard.
you go.
Yeah.
don't cheat.
Not cheat.
Study hard and don't cheat. No cheating in the class.
Yeah.
And measure the respect for the teachers.
Respect the teacher.
If you respect the teachers, teacher might respect you. I was not so much to do with respect. Teacher really treated us like a kids. That means that very kind. Particularly, you'll be surprised, the graduate school, the Boston University, the professors and we are very close. We eat each other, we are invited. So you respect professor teachers, although you can give it a nickname, yeah, study hard. My concern is study hard, don't cheat,
Yeah.
be honest.
Be honest. All right. Well, that concludes my interview. Love you.
Huh?
That's it. That's it for my interview. Yeah.
I hope you understand. I'm a disciplinarian,
Yeah.
and I am not a theologian per se. When I was in the counseling fellow, I was under psychiatric supervision, as I do the American neurotics.
Yeah.
Do you understand neurotic?
A little bit. Yeah.
The crazy one. So have to be acquainted with those days. My supervisor of all Jews, Freudian.
Freud.
Do you understand the Freud?
No, I don't know.
Freud is a psychoanalytic
Yeah.
orientations. So I'm much more comfortable with psychology than theology.
Ah.
I mean comfortable, but now I have to study Bible.
Ah. Yeah. The word of the Lord.
Yes, I have the theology degree. So AB social work, master's social work, and the BD, Bachelor of Theology, PhD. And Master of Social Theology is a nominal. I mean, 5.
But yeah, that's a lot. That even for me, that's a lot.
I came without money.
So what pushed you to go that far?
I was Buddhist
Uh-huh.
and Shintoist, Japanese traditional customs. But I became a Christian 22.
Oh.
Then I went to college, and at the age of 25, I was in America to study. It was miserable.
Miserable.
I could not understand what the professor is talking about.
So what did you do?
Well, I borrowed the notebook of others, kind enough, but they depend on the textbook. I managed. But I had some talent to write, express myself. So second year of the seminary, I was able to survive, do well. Third year, okay. So I applied my doctoral program, the Boston, the one who interviewed me. You are not qualified for doctoral program. Your grade is so poor. Then they said, well, I just came to the United States and I learned English. Okay, if you surprise professors, you're okay.
Okay.
You got to surprise. You have to be top. I surprised 3 professors. I was top. Psychology, psychopathology, and history of the psychology, and psychoanalytic study of the religion. I was top. So they said, okay, you go on.
Yeah.
You have to excel.
Excel. Yeah.
How you excel? You study the professors. You study teachers. What he really, his background and his interest. That's a secret.
That's a secret. So butter up the professor.
Okay, if I could have everyone's
Buttering up the
attention
professor?
now, we go ahead and begin.
Getting to know the professor, would you say is the right way to go about it?
Well, you can get the idea.
All right, so let's now bow together as we give thanks to God. Eternal God, our Father, we want
All right.
to give you
Thank you,
thanks
Mr.
for
Mariano.
today, for this Advent.